Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Welcome to cold and blustery Winnipeg. Minus 18.9 Celsius at the moment. It snowed a bit more last night. I just opened my door just a little bit to look out, because I know in about an hour, all being well, Missy the dog is going to be coming by. Okay, so here's what's happened. Well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to have to take a little bit of time and scrape that snow away from my door. Okay, but here's what happened. I got a message from Ed Huff, and Ed said that he had sent me something. I think that's the way he worded it. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Some of you probably saw the comment. He says, check your email. So I checked my email. It turns out about a week ago now, on Tuesday. Oh my goodness, I think it was 2 weeks ago. And anyway, I'm missing part of the print here. It doesn't matter. He had sent a drawing of the gold wing that he had done. And I didn't know about it. Now, once again, I would like to remind everybody, I do not always check the email. At least that one, the model ship email. I don't check that one very often, because it's not very often anybody sends anything. So in the event that you do send me an email, also in the comments that I see every day, make a little note saying, hey, I sent you an email, check it out. I'll probably almost immediately check it. I've been thinking of deleting that email address and getting rid of it. I think that somebody tried to hack it. Because I've been having funny things happening. Nobody's getting in, but you sort of, things aren't working quite the same. Now, I don't know if it's a case of because Windows is making change, like, Microsoft Windows is what I use. I don't know if they're making changes or what, and I just think somebody might be trying to hack into my email account. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Thank you, Ed, for this drawing. Yeah, it's pretty good. Especially if you did it by hand and didn't rely on artificial intelligence to draw it for you. I know I use CorelDRAW, and I can take a photograph and I can get CorelDRAW to make sort of a line drawing of what you're showing them, but it has problems when it comes to doing shadows and stuff like that. Anyway, it's not something that I do regularly, that's for sure. Where are we going here? Okay, now about the debonder, at least 2 people have suggested taking and using debonder to release this catwalk which I glued in the wrong place. And I think it was Hans in the Netherlands. He was talking about it, and I commented back to him that if I move it up, it's going to be right up near the top of this, just right under where the flight deck is going to go. And when you're looking in from the side in the hangar bay doors, which some of them are going to be partway down, you're not going to see the railing. Whereas at least here in the wrong place, you will get to see the railing silhouetted against the white background. So I'm just going to leave it where it is, even though it's wrong. At least it'll be seen. No use having it in the right place if no one sees it, right? Well, that's the way I look at it. Okay. Also got a letter. I checked and I got a letter in my email from our friend Alex Beebe, and he was talking about glue loops and stuff like that. Yeah. So bottom line is I don't always check that email. If you want to talk to me, if at all possible, do it in the comments, which I see at least once a day. Okay, where are we going to go here this morning? I think I better push stop and get out there and do something about the snow around my steps. And I'm not looking forward to it because it's cold. It is really cold out there. Yeah, I think that's a bit. We will do something. We will do something on the ship today. I don't know what we're going to. Oh, you know what? We had more of these little parts here left over. There's some ladders and stuff like that, and I think they have to go on another piece similar to this. I think. Oh, and this one also. Oh yeah, we had to put a ladder on the end here. That's right. And then we're going to have to put this in a very safe place so that ladder doesn't catch on stuff. Another thing we were going to do, yeah, we were going to, now that these ones are glued in place, we were going to put the macro lens on and look real close and see how well did the shrink wrapping happen. From this perspective, they look really good. Too bad they're going to be way back, recessed underneath where you're probably rarely going to see them. Although, as I mentioned, I'm planning to put the Enterprise where the Bismarck is at the top of the case, and the Bismarck will go down. Probably everything will just move one ship down, and the poor old Iowa is going to be sitting down there on the bottom of the case where the books are. At least that's the plan right now. We'll see what happens. It's not going to happen tomorrow, that's for sure. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to just push stop here and get out there and do something about my shoveling, because the longer I leave it, the tireder I'm going to get, and it's just one of those things that you have to do when you live in Winnipeg in a residence. Now, if I lived in an apartment block, I wouldn't have to worry about it. Somebody else would do it, but I don't. So when I get to the old folks' home, then I won't have to worry about it. Okay, here we go. Now, there's something I forgot to mention here, and that is this. At least 2 people have sent me Christmas cards. I did not get them. Unless maybe when the snow melts in the spring, I find them below the mailbox or something like that. However, they might be coming yet. Now, here in Canada, we did have a bit of a problem with our postal service, and unhappy employees, there could be tampering with the mail. Who knows? Because we used to have excellent mail service here in North America. But this year it's well, what can I say? I just didn't get the cards. At least not yet. Okay, once again I'm going to have to make an apology here. I did not turn on the Insta360 when I was at the model table. So I missed the part about when I ran from the model table into the kitchen and put the towel on my lap, yada yada yada. But all we did was complain about the weather. You didn't miss a whole lot. You got the last half anyway. For a while there I thought, I'm not going to bother doing any of this. But then I thought, well, anything's better than nothing, right?
Swept off the car yesterday, and Brandy said, let's go for coffee. So I took us to Smitty's and had supper. I think she had braised beef, and I had, well, not fish and chips, but fish and mashed potatoes, Wasn't bad. It's a nice break to get out into the world. Fight cabin fever,
Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. I think what we should do now is get our macro lens on and quickly have a fast look at these two ladders here. And then we'll try, and I guess the next thing would be to get this one on the end. And then we're done with this piece. Okay, this is the longest of the two ladders. And I'm going to just try and keep it in the field of view here and swing it around. See if we can get the shadows to fall a little bit differently here. This is not working out as well as I had hoped, as so often in some of these things I do. Whoops. It's falling off the table here. Well, let's take a look at the small one here. Oh, it's a little out of focus. I'm gonna have to repose a little bit here. Okay, enough of making everybody seasick. Okay, letting gravity be our friend here. Okay, we've got the base of the ladder down here, where it will probably be when it's on the deck of the hangar bay. And this part here, it should really go back just a tiny bit more. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just bend this down a little bit. Like that. Now this platform for this ladder, it's almost resting on this box. Okay, there. It looks to me like it's in exactly the right place. This one railing maybe could be bent out a little bit, but I don't know if I should mess with it or not, because maybe what I should do now is come in with my CA glue and just glue everything the way it is. Well, let's see what I can do with that railing, just very slightly here. I'm gonna take it off camera to do it. Okay, now I gotta slide this out a little bit more. Oh, that's too much. Well, right now I'm looking in the monitor because that's pretty much it. I can't see how I can get it better than that. Now, if I could get CA to go along those two stanchions that are at the back there, and along the bottom of the ladder. Now, I don't know if I dare to try and use this thing or not. I'm not really what you might call well versed with it yet. I have to think about it a bit here. Okay, I moved in about as close as I can get here. There's no CA on the end of the nozzle here yet. I was looking in the monitor and it didn't look like that stanchion that I'm almost touching was as far back against this wall here as it could be. Now the other one does look okay. Okay, let's see if we can just get a tiny bit to wick its way down and around. I think it got down in the bottom there, where the platform is. It did now. What about this stanchion here? Alright, without putting any curing agent on it, it's probably going to cure like that. I'd like to get just a little bit more. Now, you've got to remember, folks, we are not going to be seeing this. This is going to be on the end. Okay. If for sure we got it now, and I'm not going to use the curing agent. I'm going to just leave it for a couple of minutes and let it wick its way up the stanchions. Just moments ago, I got a call from my son. He's going to come over and have coffee with me. Probably about 3 or 4 minutes has passed here now. I'm going to just put a little bit of curing agent on here just to. Yeah, that should be enough to kick it in. It probably was basically cured. In other words, I think I could probably put a little bit of stress on this thing, and it's not going to be coming off. But speaking of time, you know what time it is, right? Yippers. Anytime is pizza time. Yeah, we look forward to pizza day all week long, and then suddenly it's over. Okay, so here's my plan. This may or may not work out. I think it will. If I can get it unstuck from my fingers here. There we go. All right. Now, we don't want to be breaking this off, because it's not going to take much to bend it or break it completely off. So let's just go like this now. Careful. There. That's affords some protection. Okay, let's move on here. I gotta wind it up pretty soon anyway. Phil's gonna be coming for coffee in just a little over an hour, so. Okay, we won't be looking at this thing now for, I'm guessing maybe as much as a month. It just depends on how things go. Okay, I have paged back one more page to step 18. I was just wondering if any of these smaller pieces have to go on to the white side, but they don't. As far as I know, all of these pieces went onto the back side of possibly this one. I don't know. What I do know is that I have to make at least 2 repairs. I broke this off the other day a little bit. I knew I had to reinforce it. It's just barely held on there, just by this one stanchion almost. Okay, so that has to be looked after. It could be that some of this stuff has to go here. I don't know. We'll look that up. But I don't think we have to go back in the manual here. I think a lot of these small pieces, except of course for the little guns, you know, they're going to go on last. That's those little 3D printed guns. Yeah, they're going to be fun, aren't they? Okay, here we are at 19 again. Okay, I believe we're basically done 19. But it could be that some of these other pieces here, the ladders, do they say where they go? Well, we will find it. We will find it. I'm going to wrap today's episode up though, folks. So, and as far as repairing this goes, I'm going to do that off camera. And there's another one that needs reinforcing. I believe it is on this piece here. Is this the one? There are so many of these, you have to be extremely careful how you pick them up. Because if you curl your fingers around the other side, you're going to damage something. Oh, it's this one. This is loose right here. Alright. Yes, both of those I did the other day when we were painting these white. Okay, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we're going to see you tomorrow.